Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. I am back again with another pick a card. I'm testing some audio, so when I upload this, let me know. When you watch this, let me know if you can hear me well. I am assuming you will, but I just wanted to check. So we have a message here from your spirit guides right now. This is gonna be probably a shorter message, but we'll see. So you have piles 1, 2, and 3. For pile 1, we have Merkaba. I am assuming I'm saying that right. If not, please let me know how to say it. For pile 2, we have nature gems. And for pile 3, we have untwist. Okay, so you can pause the video right now to pick your pile. Hello, if you chose pile 1, this is your reading. You picked Merkaba, and you have 2 other cards from this deck. This is the Awake Inner Wisdom cards, which I love very much. So this is going to be your message from your spirit guides. It could be several of them. Maybe they will reveal who they are to me. But do remember this is a general reading, okay? So use your judgment here, okay? So you got Merkaba, which just off the bat, because you chose this one, this card talks about the connection between light, body, and spirit, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's see what else I have here for you. Oh, we have mystery, ground. I'm gonna actually just take out all of them because I feel like it's more like a bite-sized message for you. Okay, so you got hold your vision, adjustments are required. This is the fixed moon, and this is the 3rd quarter moon. I almost forgot to mention that. And then for your tarot, you have the strength card, the judgment card, and the 4 of wands. Okay, so first of all, you have mystery and ground yourself, and also this connection here. So there's a chance right now that you are either striving to reconnect with yourself and your soul, possibly also your higher self, and you may be feeling a little bit lost right now, or you are just feeling completely disconnected and you don't know how to do that. Because so you have mystery here. Mystery doesn't have any type of structure. If you look at that, you can't really tell what's happening here, right? So there's like this that reminded me of a quote by Alan Watts, which says, muddy water, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember what it says. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. But right now I feel like you're overthinking a lot, and this is your guides not trying to say that it's kind of like your mind is all over the place at this point, right? And that's causing you to disconnect a little bit from your soul. So maybe you're not feeling very connected right now to your intuition. And their main message here is to ground yourself. You need to ground yourself so you can reconnect with this. Because the thing is that when one part of you is out of balance, the other ones are as well. Okay, and it's not that you get literally disconnected. It's more like you create blockages, right? So if your mind is like this at this moment, you are blocking the mind's connection to your soul and to your light, which it's just semantics. Okay, it's just a way to refer to, in my opinion, it's just a way to refer to kind of like the highest version of yourself, right? So you have hold your vision, and adjustments are required. Now these cards, they seem to be almost opposites in a way, because personally, when I see the card hold your vision, it kind of feels like don't stop, you're doing the right thing. But with adjustments are required, it's not that you're not doing the right thing, but maybe you have to reevaluate some aspect of your situation. And because they both came together, they're telling me that in whatever situation you're in right now, it's kind of like you have the correct idea, but you're not completely clear about it, and they're asking you to reevaluate. Okay, you got 2 major arcana here, which is the strength card and the judgment card, which interestingly enough I said use your judgment before. So they really want you to get in touch again with your intuition, because this is water right here. If you see that there's an elephant, it looks like a woman, but not necessarily. You don't have to be a woman. And it's kind of like they are touching this bowl of water that they have here. Okay, specifically, one of your guides could have a lot of feminine energy, even though I would say here I have mostly masculine energy cards. And this is someone that's this, for some of you, this is coming from an ancestor who's like very, 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 very old in the sense that maybe you haven't even, maybe not someone that you met while you were alive, and they are trying to, they're kind of like leaving these clues around for you, but you're not getting them because you're here in this state. You have to reconnect, and I'm gonna bring these closer to you. You have you see mystery. It doesn't really have a structure, but here it kind of looks like this serpent-like being, right? And here in ground you have this dragon. And the thing with this is that dragons, they can fly. This is kind of like a Chinese type dragon, right? So they can fly, right? And air represents the mind, right? But this dragon is coiling around, I believe, is that a word? Maybe this mountain right here. Okay, so it's like, it's okay for you to use your mind. It's okay for you to use your intellect, which I believe your intellect is a big part of who you are. You have a lot of Mercury energy. But you need to come back down, if that makes sense. You can't stay flying all the time. Think of whales specifically. You know how whales, they hold in their breath while they're underwater, but I feel like that's a specific type of whale. I'm not sure. I honestly don't remember. They have to come up to the surface to breathe again, right? So that's kind of what they're saying here. If you stay too long in this energy, you start getting kind of disconnected, right? And you have to be in this harmony so you can move forward with whatever situation you're dealing with, okay? Again, for once, this is a kind of like a structure. So it would be very helpful for you, they're saying, to sit down and kind of do like a make a list of things, or just put as many details as you can about your situation somewhere that you can look at it, so you can analyze it better. Because if you keep it in your mind all the time, it's gonna get warped probably, and you will get more and more confused as time goes by, okay? But they're saying, because I feel like you are this confused, because it's like, you know, you're missing something, but you are kind of obsessed with the fact that you're missing something, if that makes sense. I feel like you like to have all the answers before you move forward, and they're saying that you can't have all the answers about a specific situation, because that's technically, we're human, that's technically not our job, right? It's not what we do, it's not what we can do. I don't think anyone out there can know everything about the world, or the other world, or like the spiritual world, right? So there are things that you're not gonna know, right? And they want you to make peace with that fact, because if you don't, you're gonna stay here in this confused state, and you have to be very focused and very in touch with all parts and all aspects of yourself, okay? So yeah, that was it. I knew it was gonna be a quick message. It's like they want to get a quick message out for you, so you can kind of like snap out of it, right? They keep saying train. Why train? Not train as in training. Maybe you're in a position where you're actually training for something, maybe for a job, or it could be like a physical training for something. But they keep saying and showing me trains lately, like an actual train, traveling. So maybe you're trying to travel, maybe you're having issues with that. If you are, they want you to center back. They want you to sit down, ground yourself, find your center again, and then move forward, okay? So that's all I have for you. They wanted to do a quick message, and that's what I'm doing. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 7 AM EST, and occasionally on Sundays. If you found this especially helpful, you can go ahead and leave me like a tip, but it's never expected, but it's always appreciated, right? And I also go ahead and follow me on Instagram, because I do all of my updates over there, and I also post daily messages, okay? So thank you so much for watching. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye. Shows pile 2 with the nature gems. This is your reading. You have 2 more cards from this deck, which is the inner wisdom, awake inner wisdom cards. So we're gonna see what they have to tell, what your guides have to tell you. This is gonna be probably a quick message, so they just want to get this through to you right now. Okay, so you got nature gems. They're saying to pay attention to signs and synchronicities, first of all. This card is about something else, but they just said that. Numbers, numerology. I know that the numerology is kind of annoying sometimes because you get like these very broad messages, but they're saying specifically that when they send you numbers, like number sequences, they're confirming something to you. Okay, so if you have like a doubt, if you're doubting something or if you're questioning something, and then right after that you see a number sequence, is that they are confirming that to you. Okay, so you got earth magic, nourish and flourish. I love that. See, flowers along with nature gems. That's really interesting. So, and by the way, I don't look at these cards when I shuffle them. I just let them go wherever they're supposed to go, and I form the piles. Okay, so you got prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. The devil. Sorry, tarot. The 2 of swords. And the page of pentacles. Okay, so your message is slightly similar to pile 1, where you seem to be very much in your head, but I feel like you're getting out of it. Unlike pile 1, where they are still in this confused state, it's kind of like you're coming out of their confused state, and they want you, once again, to focus on one thing at a time. Specifically for you, one thing at a time. So if you have many projects open and that you're working with right now, they want you to, it's not like close them off or just not finish them, but as soon as you finish them, don't try to get another one right after that. Take some time to rest. Okay, it's okay for you to do things practically, which is amazing because it's bringing you prosperity. I mean, it's right here, but you also have to take care of yourself and see what other areas of your life need your attention. Okay, and because this page of pentacles right here, they do want you to focus on one thing at a time, but in a way that you are not neglecting other things. Okay, that's the main thing that they're saying here. Your spirit guides. You have earth magic and nourish and flourish, which they both have flowers, so maybe flowers is like a big synchronicity for you, because we also have nature gems. Okay, but earth magic specifically reminds me of manifestation. So if you've been trying to manifest using herbs, or you use herbs a lot, they're saying it's gonna work. Another thing that they just told me, if you drink tea specifically, they want you to keep doing that, because it's kind of like they're showing me kind of like a chamomile tea. So that's gonna help you center yourself and focus. Maybe there's a specific tea what's the tea? I was drinking one recently, which is, I believe it was like a matcha tea with maybe ginger, if I'm not mistaken, and it said focus, so it was like for focusing or something like that. So maybe it will be beneficial for you to find something of the sort and work with herbs for yourself. Okay, when I say for yourself, I mean for your own well-being, if that makes sense. We do have the devil here, which is the only major arcana here. Your mind is strong, and whatever you focus on, I mean, everyone's mind is strong, but for you specifically, you have a lot of manifestation power. Whatever you focus on continuously, you have the ability to manifest it, regardless of whether it's good or bad for you. Okay, and that's why it's kind of like you hyper focus on certain things and you forget the rest of the world, because at the same time that you're doing that, you're manifesting, and maybe you don't even notice it most of the time. Okay, but that can block you, so it's kind of like you have to balance that out. I want to read what this card says from the book. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm just gonna read the they have like a little quote at the top, and I'm gonna read the one for this card only because they're calling me to do that. So this nature gems, give me a second so I can find this. Where the hell? Okay, it's number 12. It's on page number 12. Maybe that's an important number for you. So you got, may the essences of all beings show you the way to float on the breeze. Actually, it's short. I'm gonna read all of it. Grow and flow in oneness. Find inspiration in nature's cycles and the intricacies of design. Even the seemingly simple leaf floating by has a story to tell and is divinely orchestrated in its form and placement. So drift on the wind and sow seeds of compassion and wisdom. That makes sense. I didn't remember. These cards are new, so I'm not used to them. I didn't remember, so they do have to do with synchronicities, okay? So definitely, it's like they're trying to guide you in smaller, simpler ways, because I feel like, yeah, no, it's kind of like your guides are trying to get your attention, like I said before, with signs and synchronicities, but because you're so hyper focused, you aren't really open to it, right? And this is their way of trying to get you to listen, right? So they want you to pay attention, all right? Maybe it will also be I don't know if you smoke like anything, but like that's coming out for some reason. Maybe that's confirmation for someone. But natural medicine in some way will be beneficial for you. And also acupuncture. Maybe you've been having, I don't know, pains in your muscles, and they want you to maybe give acupuncture a try if you're able to, if that makes sense. If that resonates. Of course it makes sense, if it resonates. Anything else you want to tell pile 2 before I go? Yeah, expand. They're saying expand. It's like they're showing me, like, again, your focus on like this little, they're showing me a little circle where you can see something, which is what you're focusing on, and the rest is just darkness, right? Because you're focusing on one thing and you aren't seeing the rest of it, right? And they show me that little circle just expanding. Okay, so you can use this hyper focus that you have on some things for your own good, but you have to be very careful that you don't focus to the point where you are ignoring everything else, okay? Because your intuition is important, alright? You're not as confused as pile 1. You're more like too focused on one thing, right? And that's causing you to not see other things that are important and that are happening in your life. Specifically, they also said just now to practice gratitude. So if at the end of the day, when you do all of this, sit down and kind of thank the universe for whatever has happened that day, whether you have perceived it to be good or bad. Because when bad, and I do it like this because at the end of the day is our perception, when bad things happen, what matters is how we remember it, and those things will teach us something in one way or another. Okay, not because we deserved something for something bad to happen to us, but because that's kind of like the nature of life. You can always, in my opinion, you can always find a lesson in any area of your life, and anything that happens in your life, you can always, I would say almost always, if not always, a good lesson, okay, or something that it can teach you, okay? It's our experiences, alright? So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 7 a.m. EST, and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want to, because I do all of my updates about the channel over there, and I also post daily messages. If this reading was especially helpful for you, if you would consider giving me a tip. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated, so that I can keep running the channel, okay? So I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, we chose pile 3 with the untwist card. I almost said tree, like a little tree. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. They're showing me a card from a deck, because I said tree, which is the Hierophant in one of my decks, because in that deck the Hierophant is a tree, actually in 2 of them. So this message specifically may be coming to you from some type of nature spirit. So it could be an animal spirit, or an ancestor that was very connected to nature in some way, if that makes sense, or just a guide in general that is connected to nature. That's really interesting because it's just, I said tree and I thought it was a coincidence, but no, there are no coincidences, honey. Okay, so you got the untwist card, ceremony, and release and accept. Ooh, okay. So you're the pile that has to do some ancestral healing. Let me just finish here. A new start is coming, new moon. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. Oh, I apologize, I probably bumped the microphone. And then for tarot you got the Eight of Swords. Oops. Okay. The Lovers. There's like a little thing flying. And the King of Pentacles. Like I said, I feel like you are the pile that has to do ancestral healing, or has been doing ancestral healing, or you're someone who's trying to heal from your past, because you have the untwist here. If you see the untwist, that's like a DNA strand. So it's referring to programming, and this programming could have come from, like I said, your past. But this could be a programming that's been passed down in your family, and that's why it's coming up as ancestral. I'm hearing sirens right now, so that could be a sign for you. Maybe you work with Archangel Michael. I'm not sure, because that's one of his signs to me. I don't usually hear that many sirens here, so that's usually, I take it as a sign. But you are in this place in your life where you have to cleanse that out. So those old beliefs, those ideas, that generational trauma, you are the one that's kind of cleaning them out. And I feel like sometimes people believe that when you do ancestral healing, you have to do it for your family. Don't do it for your family, do it for you. Okay? And if you want to have children, or you can have children someday, do it for them, because they're gonna be your descendants. Whatever you don't heal in your life and in your family, it's gonna be passed down to the next generation. Okay? And this is a thing. Search up generational trauma. This is like a psychologically proven thing. Okay? So I would really encourage you to research that. And they're saying ceremony and release and accept. So there's something that, if you're here, I'm assuming you're pretty spiritual, so you either did some type of ceremony over the course of a couple of days to release this this programming, this trauma that's coming from your family and your past, or you should be doing it. When I say ceremony, you don't have to. Sometimes people think like super Hollywood movie, use 100 candles. It could be as simple as lighting a candle and putting the intention for that, or writing it down. Okay, you can write a letter to your family line to release that. The thing with that is that you're gonna have to do it several times, because it's ancestral healing. It's been coming from several different generations and possibly hundreds of years, right? So it's gonna take more than one try to heal this, and they want you to be aware of that, but they also want you to know that you're doing the right thing. Okay? And once again, do it for you, because that trauma, that karma, whatever it is that's coming from your family line or from your past, is affecting you. Okay? So do it for you. If you're, like I said, if you plan to have children, do it for them. If not, maybe do it for the people that you're gonna be in relationships with, because that's the thing. Trauma can also transfers itself to relationships, right? So there are other people that are not part of your family that could get hurt as well, and get in the mix of things, if that makes sense. So do it out of love for yourself and for others. It's kind of like you're stepping out of this Eight of Swords energy, because I do have the Lovers here, and to be honest, the Lovers card is like a card that is really representative of freedom for me, because they're not bound to each other like in the Devil card. They are free. Here they're together, but in the original Rider-Waite's tarot, they are together but apart from each other, in the sense that they are free from each other, and that's why they're together. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're in some type of relationship or dynamic that it's like that, or that you have to do that. Use your judgment here. But it's like you're coming out of this. You're coming out of this imprisonment of your own thoughts, of your past, and you're deciding to take this step forward. And they're telling you it's okay, and that they're gonna be there to catch you. Okay, nothing bad is gonna happen. They're gonna help you. And you got this King of Pentacles right here. There could be some trauma specifically around a parental figure, possibly a male, or just someone who had a lot of masculine energy, and they could have been very focused on the material aspect of life. So maybe they prioritize money and status over maybe your psychological health or your emotional health and stuff like that. So if you have to work on that, and this is confirmation for you. You know, if you know this is your situation, this is your confirmation. But it's up to you. You have to take action when it comes to this. If you don't do it, it's gonna get passed down. And I don't want you to feel guilty about it. That's not the point here. But they want you to be aware of what will happen if it is not worked on right now. If they are giving you the opportunity to do this, is because your ancestors and your guides, they know that you can do it. The universe is not, oh sorry about that, the universe is not gonna throw anything at you that you can't handle. Always remember that, okay? It doesn't mean that you deserve it if something bad happens. It simply means that you can handle it, and you can learn from it. You can grow from it, and when you look back, you're gonna realize that it actually helped you, okay, in one way or another. So that's basically the message that they have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 7 a.m. EST, and occasionally on Sundays. This was more of a bite-sized message for you, which is, I feel like it conveys the urgency of this message. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you feel called to, because I put out readings every day. I don't know what I'm saying. And I also do all of my updates about the channel. If this reading was especially helpful for you, you can go ahead and leave me a tip to help me run the channel. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated, okay? So I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye.